Ready to add a bold twist to your masculine birthday cards? Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Novak from StampInShout.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, in this video, I'm featuring the Loveliest Tree stamps and the dies, and we're also going to use the new Painted Trees 3D embossing folder. We're going to create a stunning masculine birthday card, and we're going to explore how to add beautiful inked background with dimension and character, and then we're going to bring it all together with vibrant designer series paper and a classic happy birthday sentiment. So stick around for a fun technique you'll love using on your projects. So our card today is going to be using a card base of Mossy Meadow, and I have a layer of white, a layer of pretty designer series paper. This is the Brights 6x6 designer series paper. That's what it comes from in the 6x6 pack. Then I have another piece of white, and then I have a layer of Mossy Meadow. This is what we're going to use to do the inking on the embossing folder. And then I have a small scrap of white. I'm also going to bring in another piece of that designer series paper, and we're also going to use a little piece of the Country Woods designer series paper. So let's start by prepping our 3D embossing folder. We're going to start with our Painted Trees 3D embossing folder, and we have our cardstock in Mossy Meadow. And remember, we have this line here that helps us line up our cardstock if necessary. So I'm going to line this cardstock up at the top. That's how it's going to be laid down. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to take our Mossy Meadow ink pad and our brayer, and we're going to ink up the front of the embossing folder. So I'm going to ink up the side that has the Stampin' Up symbol. I'm going to put some ink on it with my brayer. So what I'm trying to do is go in one direction so I don't get lines of ink. And I only need the top of the trees because that's how big our cardstock is. I'm just going to double check it here. And I'm going to go just a little bit further down. And again, if you go in one direction with your brayer, it will eliminate a lot of the little ink lines that you may see. If you go back and forth, you may get a few extra lines in there that you really don't want. So now I'm going to go ahead and lay our cardstock down. Then I'm going to close up the folder, and I'm going to run that through the machine, and I will be right back. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Can you see the difference? It's really cool looking, isn't it? See, inking up the folder adds rich, dynamic texture that brings depth and a handcrafted feel. It's just really a cool technique. So it's just tone on tone, Mossy Meadow cardstock and ink, and then that pretty textured embossing folder. It's really an easy way to take your design from flat to fantastic. And I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. So let me bring in my cutter. I'm just going to make this just a little bit smaller here. So don't worry about the sizes because I always include a free project sheet with all of my projects that I do on my YouTube channel. And all you need to do is sign up for my newsletter. And there's a link in the description below this video to take you to the link to sign up for my newsletter. And then I will send you the project sheet right to your email account. So you don't have to go looking for it. I automatically send it out shortly after I'm done with the video. Okay, so let's bring in these dies, and we're going to cut out a really pretty tree. So I'm going to take this piece right here, which is like the tree leaves, and I'm also going to take the trunk, the tree trunk with the branches, and we're going to cut that out of this Country Woods designer series paper. So let me cut those two things out, and we'll put our card together. Okay, so I have those two pieces cut out. So we'll put this together, and then we'll add our sentiment. We're going to do a little bit of sponging for the sentiment too. So we got a few different techniques we're doing on today's card. They're all fun and they're all easy, and they really, really make your card pop. Okay, so let's put our layers on here. We'll just add some glue. Then we're going to add our designer series paper, and we're going to add our pretty embossed piece. Okay, now we're going to add our tree. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. I'm going to put the tree trunk on top of the leaves because I want all that tree trunk to be showing. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue here on the back, little dots of glue. Then I'm going to lay it on my silicone mat to get rid of all that extra glue. And I'm just deciding which side I want to put it on. And I think I'm going to put it on this side right here. I'll lay our tree trunk down. Okay, so far so good. Now let's do our sentiment. So I'm going to bring in one of the dies from the postage dies set. These are great for adding borders around the big pieces, but they're also great for your sentiments. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the sentiment layer out, and then I'm going to stamp it. Okay, so there is our little sentiment that we're going to stamp on, our little piece of white. We're going to stamp Happy Birthday and Early Espresso. Then I'm going to bring in Mossy Meadow and my little sponge dauber. And I'm just going to go all around the edges of our sentiment. So that's what it looks like now. And now we've got that pretty inked edge, which really sets it off when we put it on our card. So we're going to bring in our dimensionals. Okay, what do you think? Great masculine card, right? So what do you think about that inked embossing technique? It's really pretty. I plan on doing a lot more with this embossing folder, making some really pretty Christmas cards, but I wanted to start off with the fall season and also create a masculine card. Sometimes it's hard to create a guy card, but I think this one's perfect. So if you love today's project, make sure to give it a try. You can grab all of these products at my online store. Plus, with a $50 purchase, I send you a thank you gift of the new gold backed dots. Perfect for adding a little sparkle to your cards. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, check out my other tutorials. I got a ton of them here on YouTube for more creative card making ideas. Remember, I'm here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Let your friends know, and I will see you next time. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.